Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this tutorial for this press-on nail set that I did for myself. So I've been meaning to post this video for a while because I literally wore these nails about a whole month ago. But I'm using these tips from Amazon. I'm using a 100/180 file. I'm using these tweezers, a 4-way buffer. I'm also going to be using some rhinestones and some gems that I got off Amazon and Shein, which will all be linked below. So I did also buy these jumbo rhinestones off of Amazon. I'm using the Beetles 840 gel polish. I'm using the DC top gel top coat, and I'm also going to be using the Beetles foundation base gel, which I did get off of Amazon. I'm using a wax pencil. This one is very beat up, so please do not joan. I'm using some super glue. Don't fret, you will see why. And I already sized these for myself, so I'm going in and I'm going to go ahead and file that little plastic piece that comes on the top of full coverage nail tips, and you really want to get rid of that. And also you want to make sure you're filing just to get your shape to be a little bit more crisp. And also I want to note that I already did size my nails off camera because these are for myself, so I kind of already know what size nails I wear. But if you don't know what size nails you wear at this point, you would need to size your nails before you actually start filing. Alright, so once you get done filing that little piece off the top, what you're going to do is you're going to remove the shine from the top of all of these nails. Nail prep is the most important part of doing a press-on nail set because you really want to make sure that the gel polish adheres. If you're using acrylic, it'll be a little bit different, but I'm using gel polish today, and it's very, very important that the gel polish sticks to the nail, and to do so, it needs to be a rough top layer, if that makes sense. So you want to make sure you're removing that shine off of the top with a buffer. If you wanted to use a drill, you can use that, but I'm using my 4-way buffer. So once you finish buffing off that shine from each of the nails, you can gently wipe it off with your hands, the dust, or you can use a duster to wipe off that dust. And I'm going in with a thin layer of the Beetles foundation base gel, and I'm just going to put that on each nail, and then I'm going to cure it under my UV light for 99 seconds 3 times. And I'm only doing it that many times for that long because my UV light sucks, but if yours is better, you may not have to leave it under there for that long. So now that it's done curing, I'm going to go ahead and start putting on my first coat of the color 840. The color 840 kind of comes out like jelly polish, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So you see, you can kind of see through it, and I actually like that effect, but because it did that, I did end up doing 3 coats of this. And you can see that with the color 840, it's pretty much just a little pink color, but it has little sparkles in it and things like that, and I thought that was really cute for the type of set that I was doing, so that's why I chose to do this color. And I also want to make sure that you guys know that you do need to cap the free edge so it's not just clear and the rest of your nail is pink, so do not forget to do that part. And after I finish this top coat, I'm going to cure it for about 99 seconds 3 times, and then we're going to move on to the second coat. So now that it's dry, I'm going in with the second coat. So when I was doing the second coat, one of the main things I was like trying to achieve is to get it to still look like the jelly nail effect, but just not as see-through. And you can see a big difference between the nail I just did and this one. You can see that you can't see through it as much. But I wasn't satisfied with the see-through look still, so I did one more coat after this. But when I did the third coat I really was not putting on that much polish. I was just kind of trying to fill in those areas where it just looked like it was completely see-through and there wasn't much polish at all. So now I'm on that third and final coat, and this was where I got satisfied with how it was looking, and I did like how it kind of built up the nail and made it a bit thicker. And I also did mention at the beginning, but these are some nail stands, some magnetic nail stands that I got off of Amazon that you guys can get. It'll be linked below. And I also wanted to tell you guys that I did the other hand off camera, just because when I was doing this set, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I just knew I had some gems that I wanted to use. So I did the other hand off camera, but I'm showing you guys how to do this hand. I would usually file the nails after I put on all the designs at the end and after I put on the top coat, but since these nails are going to have those big gems on there, I'm going to be filing right now just so that I won't pop off any of the gems accidentally trying to file. I won't mess up any of the designs. I'm filing right now, and what I'm doing is I'm just making sure the shape is still there, and I'm making sure that everything is nice and crisp. And if you do have a major issue, you can go in with your drill, but I really don't recommend that with gel because sometimes it can get really messy and just mess it all up. So now it's time for the fun part. I'm going in to put in all of my gems. So I am doing it pretty much the same as how I did it on the other hand. I'm just doing a different color. I believe I'm doing the pink gems on this hand. So right now, this is what I'm using the super glue for. Now, I do want to note, do not put too much super glue or it's not going to stick and it will take a very long time to stick, and that's what I did on this one. I used too much super glue, and the reason I'm using super glue is because I just feel like the nail glues just don't do enough for me. Like, they don't do enough sticking for me. I really love how the super glue like adheres it immediately without even having to cure it, and baby, they're not moving. So I definitely recommend using super glue to stick on these large gems like this. And the design I did choose to do was put the sweet thing in the middle. I ended up putting the heart little lollipop on the thumb. On the index and pinky finger, I did like a little heart and rhinestone design, and then on the ring finger I ended up putting a gummy bear at the top that I got from Shein, and a little, I think it was like a little candy pop wrapper thing on the bottom, and I got all of that from this set on Amazon. That was like $8 and it came with a lot of gems, so I definitely recommend getting that set if you want it, if you need it fast. Otherwise you can probably get it cheaper on AliExpress. But yeah, I'm using super glue to put on everything, and just make sure you're mindful of how much you're using, like I said, if you don't want it to slip and slide. And also be careful not to get it on your fingers because that will suck. Okay, so I completely lied earlier. I actually did a really cute M&M gem on this ring finger, and this is kind of how it turned out. So now I'm going to be going in with these little mini rhinestones that I also got off of Amazon, and I'm going to be adding these in on the top of the sweet candy gem and also on the bottom. I added in about, I want to say maybe 5 or 6, maybe 4, 5 or 6 of those little rhinestones on the top and bottom, just to add a little pizzazz. And I am using the pink rhinestones for this hand. So at first I was trying to use my wax pencil, but my wax pencil is so beat up it like wasn't even adhering to it. So right now I'm actually using tweezers to add on the rhinestones, but usually you would be able to use a wax pencil to do this, so it's probably going to be easier to use a wax pencil, but since mine was all messed up, it wasn't working. But a tweezer works as well. Okay, so now I'm all done and it's time to add that top coat on. So I just kind of add the top coat. I know you can't see me right now, but I'm adding it kind of around the gems. I'm not really trying to put it on the gems, because when you put them on the gems, it just makes a mess and you don't want to do that. And usually I would not put the clear top coat over the heart rhinestone gem things, but I did put them over it on this one because I really didn't want it to look like a rhinestone. I kind of wanted it to look like a candy piece, if that makes sense. So I did put it over those, but I usually don't. So after this, I cured it under the UV light 4 times just to ensure that it was completely dry. And this is pretty much how it turned out. Really cute. You guys can purchase it on my website, which is on the screen, or any other set that you're interested in, you can purchase on that website. You can follow my business page, which is also on the screen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell to stay notified, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.